This call is now being recorded.
Okay, now let us see how to execute program 1 in simulation. First, you have to go to applications menu here, then go to system tools, then click on mate terminal. Okay, you will get a terminal like this. Then next, yeah. So here, first you have to create TCL file. So for that, the command is in this the command to create a new file and also to open a new file, we have to use gedit. This will open a file if it is already existing, or if the file is not present, it will create a new file. So here I'm trying to create a new file. The program name I'm giving is lab1. Okay, extension must be TCL. So gedit lab1.tcl, press enter. It will open a blank file if it is a new one. Here you have to type the content. So I will just copy and paste it for this TCL. Yeah. So here I'm pasting the content. So now our TCL file is ready. And here you also note down in the beginning, in the second line, we have written lab1.name, and in the fourth line, here we are writing the name of the trace file. This you should remember what you are using, the name, okay, for this trace file, because we have to send this name, the trace file name, as input while executing awk file. So remember this name. Here we have given lab1.tr. We should remember that. So after uh, creating this file, just save the program and close the window. Okay. Then go back to your command prompt. And in the command prompt, now we have to execute the TCL file which we created. For creation, we used gedit lab1.tcl. Okay, that was the command I gave. Or in common, gedit file name.tcl. Okay, now let us execute. To execute the TCL file, the command is ns followed by file name.tcl. Our file name is lab1.tcl. So ns lab1.tcl, press enter. Okay, so this will create this animation file or NAM file. So minimize the first window. It is about the description of the software. Just minimize it. And here we have the simulation window. Maximize this screen. Now let us run the simulation. To run the simulation, you have to click on the fourth button from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the play button. Click on this. This will run the simulation. And this file is called NAM file. Remember in the program we have given create lab1.nam. See, that's why it is named as lab1.nam. That is, it is animation file. So here we have 4 nodes, node 1, 0, 2 and 3. Here node 0 and 1 are source node and 3 is the destination, 2 is the intermediate node. And since 2 is the intermediate node, both node 0 and node 1 are sending traffic at the same time. So if here there is no enough buffer, that's why it is dropping the packets. And in this program, we have to find out how many packets got dropped due to congestion. That is the uh, that's what we have to find out here. So here the simulation is complete. Now close this window. Go back to command prompt. So this animation file, it will create a file called trace file by the name what you have given in line number 4 in your program. In our program, we have given the name for our trace file as lab1.tr, right? Let us just open that file and see what it contains. Again, to open the file, the command is gedit space name of the trace file. So if you remember from this lab1.tcl, see here, fourth line, we are writing open lab1.tr in write mode. So this file we are trying to open just to see what it contains. Okay. So I'm writing gedit lab1.tr, and this trace file is automatically generated by our animation file. When we run the animation, it will produce this output of trace file. Now it contains some 11 columns. Okay, the description of each of these columns is given in your lab manual. Go to page number 5. There you can find what is the description for each column in this trace file. The first column here is very important. It shows the status. Okay, here each row corresponds to a packet, and the first column shows the status of the particular packet. Here the possible symbols are plus, minus, or D. If it is denoted by plus, it means that this particular packet is added to the queue, and minus, this particular packet is dequeued or removed from the queue. And if the status is written as R, then this particular packet is received by the node. Then if you keep on scrolling down, you can find the letter D for some of the packets. See here, some of the packets are having letter D. It means that this particular packet is dropped due to congestion. So our task is to count how many Ds are there, okay, in this trace file. But counting this, how many number of Ds are there is not an easy task, because the file is large. It contains some thousands of rows. See, 1600 rows are there. In this, it is difficult to count the number of Ds manually. For that, we are writing another program, a small program called arc file, arc program. That arc program, it is a text processing scripting language. It will count how many number of Ds are there in this particular input file. So that we are going to pass this lab1.tr as input to our arc file, so that our arc file will consider this file as input file, and it will generate the output, giving us the total number of Ds in our file. Okay. So now let us create arc file. To create the arc file, the command is the same gedit. Okay, gedit followed by, you have to give some name for your arc file. I'm giving lab1 dot, the extension must be awk. Okay, gedit lab1 dot awk, press enter. It will open this blank file. Here you have to type the content for your arc file. So I'll just copy the content for my arc file. I have already written. I'll just copy paste. You have to type. Okay, so I'm pasting this content into lab1.awk. So let us save this program and close this window. Let us go back to the command prompt. So now we created our awk file by using the command gedit space file name. We gave lab1 extension, lab1.awk. Okay, we gave. Now let us execute. To execute the awk file, the command is awk. Awk is the command. Space, you have to give the option hyphen f. F means we are giving the file parameters. Okay, the file names are going to be the input parameters for this command awk. Next, again leave a space after writing hyphen f. Now you have to give the name of your awk file. The name of our awk file which we created is lab1.awk. Again leave a space. Now you have to give the name of the trace file that is going to be the input for our awk file. Our trace file name is lab1.tr. Okay, press enter. See, here it is showing two columns. The first column shows CBR, constant bit rate, is the packet type. And second column shows the length of the packet. And at last, here is the important output, that is the number of packets dropped, equal to 24. So 24 packets got dropped due to congestion. This is the output for this program.